Some breaking news now. In Burkina Faso, there are reports that 200 soldiers have been killed in attacks by an al-Qaeda affiliate.
Burkina Faso is burning. Jihadists control nearly half the country. Thousands are dead, millions displaced. And in the middle of this storm stands one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, young, a leader making a dangerous bet to save his nation. But is he trading one nightmare for another? At just 34 years old, Traoré didn't seek power, he seized it. Twice. First, he helped overthrow a failing democratic government in 2022. Then, just months later, he ousted his own military predecessor for moving too slow. Why? Because Burkina Faso doesn't have time. Every day, jihadists tighten their grip. Villages are massacred. The old ways, French alliances, half measures weren't working. So Traoré made a choice: total war, at any cost. Burkina Faso relied on France for security, but the jihadists only grew stronger. Some whisper, did France even want to win? After all, a never-ending war keeps French troops on the ground, French companies mining gold, and African nations begging for help.
Do people know that when France experimented with its first atomic bomb, it was black soldiers who were placed in the lethal radius to see what effect it had? This that must be communicated for young Africans for them to learn it, because there are still many in the dark who continue to support the imperialists, believing what they say and do.
Traoré saw through the game. In 2023, he kicked out French forces, declaring, "We will no longer be slaves." But with France gone, who could fill the void? The Wagner Group, Russia's notorious mercenary army. Born in the shadows of the Ukraine war, Wagner spread across Africa, offering a deadly deal: give us gold, and we'll give you guns. In Mali, Wagner's arrival brought more bloodshed, not peace, massacres, war crimes. Yet, Traoré had no choice, but at what cost? In June 2023, Wagner's boss, Prigozhin, turned his guns on Moscow. The mutiny failed, but the message was clear. Wagner is unpredictable, expendable, yet Traoré stays the course. Because when your house is on fire, you don't question the water even if it's poisoned. Traoré isn't some weak puppet. As a man who sees his country dying and acts ruthlessly. No free press, no elections, just war.
During this visit, I learned a lot that laid the foundation of the resistance of the Russian people, of its struggle. I learned of sacrifices your people made, and due to these sacrifices, we are free.
Critics call him a dictator. But ask the mothers in Ouagadougou, would you prefer democracy with terrorists at your door? Traoré's answer is clear: security first, politics later. But Russia is no savior. Wagner's help comes with gold mines, political loyalty. And if Moscow abandons him, Traoré will stand alone, surrounded by enemies. Yet still, he fights. Because in his mind, Burkina Faso must be free from jihadists, from France, even from the past. Ibrahim Traoré is gambling everything on Wagner, on war, on himself. Is he a desperate man making a deal with the devil? Or the only leader strong enough to drag Burkina Faso out of hell? One thing's certain: he won't stop, and the world is watching.